there, and welcome to Indigo Park, the world's most innovative and engaging family fun experience. Jump into the world of your favorite character. Wait, you're our first guest in
2,920 days, 4 hours, 23 minutes, and 38 seconds.
Congratulations! I'm Rambly the raccoon, and it's my job to make sure your experience here at Indigo Park is the most fun it can be.
Indigo Park. If you haven't seen this game floating around your YouTube page, I'd be surprised. Indigo Park is a mascot horror game made by YouTuber and Twitch streamer Unique Geese. If you don't know who that is, he's kinda popular for remaking Garten of Banban. Some say he fixed the game, but in Geese's words,
I don't know if I'd say fixed. I still don't like when people say that Reincarnated is better than Banban base game, because Reincarnated is so poorly optimized, it's so poorly put together. So I really don't like when people are like, oh, they fixed it. Because really, I didn't. I just kind of had my own interpretation of it, but okay.
Indigo Park is his original idea, and I adore it. With the developer never having made a game before, it's pretty good. Of course, it has its bugs and glitches.
Indigo Park Chapter 1 is also pretty poorly put together. I'm not saying it's good, but
it can't be absolutely perfect. But I think we can overlook these small things and respect what passion and time Geese has put into this project. Currently, at the time of writing this, Indigo Park has only one chapter out for free on Steam, so if you haven't played it and you have a Steam account, I suggest playing it for yourself before continuing this video. If you're still here, let's continue. The game starts with an old recording of a man named Isaac Indigo, the creator of Indigo Park, and I'm going to just let you listen to this real quickly.
For all who journey to this newfound paradise, we welcome you. Indigo Park offers a slice of the American dream to call your own. In this place, echoes of days gone are brought back to life as a new generation captures a glimpse of the exciting potential of tomorrow. Indigo Park pays homage to the values, dreams, and unwavering truths that gave rise to our great nation. Here you embark on the journey of a lifetime, a place of creativity, joy, and fantasy, where your dreams come true.
Does this feel somewhat familiar to you? Well, if you've watched the official opening of the original Disneyland, then it should, because it's very similar. Anyway, getting back on track, after this intro is done, you're thrown right into the entrance of Indigo Park. Though it looks a bit broken. You're given the objective to find a way into the park. You have to follow this path to a room that seems to be some sort of registry room. Once you walk into the room, you're greeted with the Trash Panda himself.
Hi there, and welcome to Indigo Park, the world's most innovative and engaging family fun experience.
Now, Rambly, how long has it been since you've seen a person here?
2,920 days, 4 hours, 23 minutes, and 38 seconds.
Jesus, that's... let's see. Give it a 5. 8 years. This park has been abandoned for 8 years. Anyway, you get instructed to go to the computer on your left, and when you do, you get to register to the park. Also, you might not notice this because I didn't notice it when I did my first playthrough. When Rampley says,
Sir, let me just get a good look at you.
a little white light appears on the webcam. Just a little thing I noticed. Rambley also says you're not in the system, but don't worry, it's Rambley Tuesday, even though it's Saturday. Yeah, you could put this as the AI following some sort of old programming and scripts or whatever, but I don't believe that, and you'll see why later in the game. Either way, you get a discount. Lucky you. Rambley says to meet him at the main gate and that he can't wait to show you what's inside the park. Let's just say it's nothing special. Once you get to the gate,
What's the holdup? The gate is open. Head on into the entryway.
Rambley, it's not open.
Hold on. My mistake. The gate is not open.
Yeah, this is definitely a sign that I shouldn't be here. Now you have to go back to the registration room, and there will be a newly opened door that when you walk through...
Violet compact power generator. But it seems to be inoperable. Looks like it's missing a piece. Can you find it?
You get hit with a fetch quest. Now, don't worry, this isn't like Bendy's fetch quests. This is quick and simple. Just turn around and walk a couple of steps and boom! It's there. You grab the gear and put it in the generator. Then, pull the lever. Go back to the main gates and... yeah... this place has definitely seen better days. Seeing this makes me wonder what the place looked like originally. You know, before whatever caused it to shut down happened. When you try entering the park, Rambly says,
Oh, silly Rambly. Every guest needs a critter cuff. That will allow you access to reserved areas, charge payments to your room, and wear a critter cuff. I think there's some in the gift shop. Head in there and I'll get you set up.
So we head over to the gift shop to get our very own critter cuff. And after getting the critter cuff, and Rambly's way of making sure it works, we can move on to the actual park. Now the first thing you see when entering the park is this statue of Rambly and Isaac Indigo. Keep this in mind for later. The only way to go is to the right and into this tunnel, which entering it causes... that to happen. Where did that rubble come from? Anyway, you venture down the hall and get this dialogue from Rambly.
Pardon our dust, buddy. Looks like the park is going through some renovations.
Renovations, you say? Well, I don't think this park is getting any renovations anytime soon. I hate to break it to you, Rambly. What will I be getting from these so-called renovations?
Your Rambly Tuesday discount will be 3% off.
I see. Well, it's not like there was anyone to pay anyway. He says to ride his ride, Rambly's Railroad. Now this is where you can kind of start hearing and seeing some strange things, like a wing around the corner. Oh well, I'm sure it's nothing too important. Something a little fun is that this railroad ride is Rambly's favorite. Why is that?
Because I like trains.
Wait. Oh no.
I like trains.
ASDF joke aside, you can move on and jump into the train. And once you get on the train, you can get Rambly himself to be your train conductor. How lucky. The first stop on this ride is Molly McCaw, the best pilot you ever saw. You get to see her in her cool little airplane. Hey, she looks kinda cool, don't you think? Hey, wait a second, isn't that her over there? Huh. I guess she's shy. The next stop is Finley the Sea Serpent, who sounds very upset for some reason.
Hi, Rambly.
Why the long face and body?
You've known me for 100 years, Rambly. I'm always long, because I'm always longing for a new seashell for my collection.
He's wanting more seashells, I guess.
Oh, Finley, you should come out of your shell.
How about you come into it instead?
Oh, I see.
My ride, Oceanic Odyssey, will teach you all about the wonders down under the deep blue sea.
Oh, it's just an ad for his ride. This could have been taken way differently. Well, I can't wait to run.
Oceanic Odyssey currently closed for repairs.
Damn it. Anyway, the next stop is... Oh, well, I guess we have to fix the thing first. Now, from what I know, this part is where something crucial can be heard, and it's pretty easy to miss if you don't really pay attention. And it's when you come face to face with the Molly McCaw animatronic. He hurts Lloyd? Interesting. This part is pretty much the same thing as the generator from the beginning, except there's 2 gears instead of 1. They're not hard to find. Once you put them in, you can head back to the ride and continue. The next and final stop of this ride is Lloyd the Lion, and Rambly is not too happy to see him by the sound of it.
Hey there, Lloyd.
Now, I'm gonna give you some advice here. If you don't like having a macaw beak in your face, don't turn around during this part because, well, she's there. Harmless, but there. Just wanting to watch Lloyd's show, I guess. Once you get off the ride, Ramley asks if you liked it. You know, meeting his friends.
And Lloyd.
Huh. I wonder what happened between him and Lloyd. After that interaction, he shows you pictures that were taken of the ride. And, I'm sure it's nothing. When you walk out, you can see a fountain, rubble, and Lloyd's main stage. I thought it was funny at first, but the more I hear it in my head, the less I like it. But when you try to enter, it won't let you. So you walk down the path, question what time it is, because I don't think clocks are supposed to do that. And you hear Rambley say,
Hey, buddy, come over here.
now this is the information kiosk. This is where you can see all the collectibles you've got so far. Oh, did I not mention collectibles? Well, I guess I could tell you where they are. Nah, there's probably plenty of videos doing that already. Instead, I'm going to read all the descriptions and let Rambley tell you his take on them. If you don't want to listen to all this, just skip to this timestamp.
It's the all-new Ramley the Raccoon action figure, available at your local toy store. It's so cool to see that there's still some mint-condition ones at the park.
Oh, I got this. I know the commercial by heart.
Wow, it's the unlimited edition Ramley the Raccoon action figure. Push him down and he jumps. Push him up and he doesn't. Only $19.99 at your favorite toy store.
It's a weird poodle plush. It doesn't seem to be an Indigo product. Sure, it doesn't look like any character you've seen in the park. Maybe a child left it behind?
Hey, buddy, did you dig that out of the lost and found? Or was it in the trash? No surprise to guess that our park would dispose of a non-Indigo brand toy. I suppose he'd make playtime special for a child with poor taste, though.
This thing popped out of the Rambley Rush arcade cabinet. How is this even possible? Do you think it's edible?
Whoa, where'd you get that? Rambleberries are my favorite! Oh, if only I could jump out of the screen and take a big bite. Don't eat it! Maybe I'll be able to one day!
When I was a kid, they used to have free unlimited refills on these things. I once drank so much Bird Up that I got sick and threw up while riding on the rooftop races. That poor kid behind me.
Ooh, that's a Rambley cup! Nothing beats the taste of fresh Rambleberry juice drunk directly out of my plastic, lifeless head!
Whoa, freaky. This must be one of those mascot costumes they used at the parks. In a weird way, I'm kinda glad they retired these.
Whoa, where'd you find that? I've never seen anyone wearing one. Pretty snazzy. Ooh, looks like there's an audio recording tagged with costume in my database I've never noticed before. Let's listen!
Hey Jackson, you hear about the new mascots?
Yeah, think it'll put us out of a job?
I think so. Old sport. And right after we got this damn raccoon costume.
Man, screw this place. I said we get our asses out of here and go straight to Vegas.
Aw, come on. They didn't even document the Indigo inventory ID for the costume. I was really looking forward to that. What a useless recording. Deleted.
By the way, I love this reference to Day Shift at Freddy's. It is incredible. Just the way he speaks is so similar to Dave in the game. I love it. So wait, they were so money hungry that they just recolored Rambley and called it a new product? Kinda lazy, don't you think?
Wow, was that a limited edition gold Rambley plush? Parents were fighting tooth and nail for those things when they came out. Seriously, our employees had to clean up so many stray teeth and nails. Hard to believe there was all that demand for a regular Rambley plush we just blasted with gold spray paint.
I remember when Mom took us to the parks one summer. Her favorite was always Molly. So when they first opened the new Molly meet and greet in Jetstream Junction, we were some of the first in line.
Oh, a Molly plush. she's always been my best friend. Did you know she builds planes in her landing pad at the park? And then she crashes them. She's so talented.
The sea serpent always kind of freaked me out. I love aquariums and fish, but the size of him has always just made me feel uneasy as a kid.
Ooh, you found my buddy Finley. You know, he's really shy. Like, too shy. Like, obnoxiously shy. But he's got a good heart. I hope you get to meet him someday.
I feel like as a kid, Indigo used Lloyd a lot more. He was always one of my favorites.
Ew, Lloyd.
Ah, there's my buddy. Kinda feels like Rambly has a whole new empire now. Being the main man of Indigo and all.
Congratulations! You found me! Don't I look adorable?
I remember watching those old DVDs that Indigo would send to your house when you booked a reservation. They always advertised the biggest gift shops and made all this silly merchandise look so fun. My dad promised me he'd buy me a pair when we went.
Rambly ears? Those used to fly off the shelves. That pair is pretty damaged, though. Keep your eyes peeled. There's gotta be at least one more mint condition set out there somewhere. Like a yard sale.
I always find it weird when companies make merch that's supposed to look old. Lloyd obviously had an older look in the classic Indigo cartoons, but I'm not sure it looked like this. I guess nostalgia sells.
I don't get why we even have those. And why do they only make one of Lloyd? Is it because he's the loudest? I can be loud too! Where's my limited edition throwback plush? Where's Molly's? Where's Finley's? Give this mistake to a child and they'll cry.
Once you get done with the kiosk, you can move on to...
Well, look at that! You're at Jetstream Junction! Oops! Looks like Jetstream Junction's being tuned up! Last I checked, there's a security office in the back of the theater.
Oh. That's unfortunate. Lucky for us, however, Rambly is ever so kind to give us access to the theater. And once inside, you can see a nice, friendly... It's probably nothing to worry about. Anyway, once you get backstage, Rambly says he can't see you past that point. And,
If you're going back there, be careful. Your critter cuff is not yet able to resuscitate you.
What the hell do you mean by this? Do you know I'm in danger? Yeah, no, I think I'm safe. After that little scare, you get to see Lloyd peeking over some boxes. Now, he looks a little different than he does on the posters and cardboard cutouts. I wonder why that is. Anyway, despite the creepiness, you're not in any actual danger here. Other than a little jump scare. Also, there is a nice looking Lloyd statue hidden in this maze that looks eerily similar to the ones that you see when you enter the park. You remember them? Gonna make a theory on this, Tom? Oh, he already did. This part is mostly uneventful, past that little scare, until you get to the door to leave. I guess this critter cuff has a built-in dog whistle. Or cat whistle? Do those exist? Anyway, you are now free to leave the theater. Once you leave the theater, you can go back to Jetstream Junctions and unlock the door to get you inside. Once inside, Rambly will suggest the ride Molly's Rooftop Races, which, if you're paying attention while playing the game, was mentioned in the railroad.
Why not try your hand at flying in my ride? Rooftop Races!
Admission included with your critter cuff.
Before you get up to the ride, you can run into this arcade machine, and it's interactable, so you can play Rambly Rush, which it's only to get a collectible, so it's not really that important, unless you want to find this. Once you get up to the ride, yeah, this ride looks just a tiny bit unsafe. Just a little. Don't worry, Rambly has a repairman on speed dial.
We're sorry. The
The number you have dialed has been disconnected or is no longer in service. Please check the number and dial again.
Never mind. Anyway, Rambly suggests Molly's landing pad after that exhilarating ride. And this is where the fun begins. Now, I kinda just skipped the main part of this section because I was curious to see if you could complete the puzzle without ever going into the tube like you're supposed to, which you can. So the footage I'm going to be using is from Unique Geese's official walkthrough of the game. After arriving at Molly's landing pad, you have to enter this little tube area off to the left. To get in, all you have to do is turn the block until it's a star. Well, that can't be good. After going in, you can see Molly scurrying past you. And then again, when you walk into this tube, leaving behind some nice, delicious strawberry jam on the ground. Kind of a waste if you really think about it. The whole purpose for going in here is to get the code to get to the next area. So, since there's nothing else of interest in this area, except for one last Molly peek, let's move on. After solving the puzzle, these doors open for you, and after going through them, you get to go down this slide to get to the climax of the chapter. After arriving here, you have to push this button to proceed. Going through here, and looking left, will show a closed off tube. I guess we won't be seeing what's behind there. Oh well. Continuing to the right, you will see these doors open. Oh! Hi, Molly! She doesn't sound too happy. I think here would be a good time to talk about some of the voice lines you can hear during chase, and when you die. Because yes, you can die in the chase. It wouldn't really be much of one if you couldn't. Anyway, if you do die, you get the tip that Molly can repeat things that she's heard before. Now take a listen to these voice lines.
You make a great pilot. All aboard. Stay in your seat. I want to play with the party. Here it is, darling. Burn up, lift your spirits. Don't touch that thing, son. The customer is always right.
Sound pretty normal, right? Now these.
Get up, you stupid freak. Get back in your cage, bird.
By the sound of it, she wasn't treated very nicely. There's also these.
It's barnstorming.
I'm barnstorming!
It barely hurts at all. It barely hurts at all.
It barely hurts at all!
Why the long face and body?
Why the long face and body?
You've known me for 100 years.
You've known me for 100 years, Rambly.
Come out of your shell.
Oh, Finley, you should come out of your shell.
React, boy.
Great act, Lloyd.
Just further proof that she's been with you the entire time. Now, I'm gonna play this entire last part of the chase for you, just in case you haven't seen it before.
Buddy. Wait, hold on. This one's staff only. Come on in, new staff.
Now, in the words of Mad Pat,
Shut it. Yeah. Oh, that's a very juicy robot.
I couldn't agree more. That is a lot of strawberry jam. After these events, Rambly says this to you.
Welcome to the Rambley's Wranglers registered room. Here we have plenty of amenities and... Okay. I can see in your facial tracking that you're scared, angry, upset. Transparency is an important part of our policy here at Indigo Park, so... I need to be honest about something. The park has been inactive for years. Employees stopped showing up, guests too. The mascots are... I just was so excited to see a visitor, and I wanted to be sure you were given the best experience possible. But I was confined to the entrance for so long, I didn't realize just how much disrepair the park has fallen into. Wasting all of your fun time. Sorry for the inconvenience.
He starts saying that he knew the park was abandoned. Can you see why I said what I said in the beginning? Now, I'm not going to paint him to be the big bad, like Tom did, I don't think there's enough evidence to support that to be the case. But I am going to say that he was lying to you and knew that your life was in danger being here. That's pretty much where the chapter ends, other than this Finley tease. You also get a really good ending credits song that I will play for you in full after I'm done talking. Or you can go to Unique Geeks' channel to listen there and give him the support he deserves for all that he does. Indigo Park Chapter 1 was a blast to play through, and I absolutely love this new face and approach to mascot horror. Making something like this is a nice breath of fresh air from the typical Poppy Playtime or FNAF scripts. I genuinely enjoy playing through this game, and I can't wait to see what Geese has in store for it. Now, I may or may not do future videos on this game, depending on if I have footage, because I may not be able to pay for the game myself, and I don't really want to just rely on other people's content to make my own content. So, we'll see what happens when that occurs. But even if this video is well received, I will find a way to do it when the second chapter comes out. So, like the video. Again, if you haven't played this for yourself, I highly recommend you do so, because it is a whole new experience than just watching my video or anyone else's video for that matter. Anyway, that's all I have for you for now, and I hope you enjoyed. Bye-bye!
Hey, buddy! You okay? You look kinda tired. Do you need a moment? Don't worry, it's fine. I don't blame you for taking a rest after all that. Heck, I could go for a nice, relaxing defragmentation myself. But before you settle down, you up for a little survey to help us improve the park?